Happy Father's Day, man, and happy Juneteenth, everybody. I think we should reserve the right to dine and dash at Cracker Barrel every June 19th until we get reparations. If not that, did y'all at least catch the secret Juneteenth concert on Amazon's Pop Out featuring none other than Kendrick Lamar? I mean, look, if we can't get reparations, I will take a free concert, free to all Prime members, until y'all get them funds together. At a time when we got the gods of hip hop out there thinking about calling it quits, and we got Hove himself looking more like a rookie asking somebody to listen to his demo. It's nice to know that your boy K-Dot can still pack them in the seats. Along with the Euphoria, Meet the Gram 616 in LA, and Not Like Us writer also had the likes of Dr. Dre, Schoolboy Q, YG, DeMar Rosen, and Too Short also on stage with him, just to name a few. But while the concert was popping out, they was eating your boy Drake up the entire time on the twits. I mean, it is undefeated. I mean, aside from the fact that his boy LeBron was in the building, I thought you was a Drake stan. You also saw Rick Ross dancing. You saw damn near the entire West Coast on stage, letting Drake know where he was no longer welcome, to the point where people were even in discussion about whether Drake should even be allowed to perform in the United States again. You had K-Dot switching up the lyrics saying, "Give me Tupac, bring back, and maybe I'll give you a little respect." Then you had the man perform Not Like Us 6 times in a row to the point where 6 times was trending, and it wasn't in reference to a sex act. Although I wouldn't be surprised if that's how many ways or times they would say your boy Mr. Canadian was cooked and getting done. Damn. I mean, that was a show. I hope y'all get to peep it out. If not, y'all, look, I'm sure you're going to see tons of footage and people reviewing it from the Twits to the IGs to the Talks, in the coming days, hours, weeks, whatever. So let me know what y'all think about it in those comments if you did get to check it out. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just had to put that out. I started off with that because y'all missed a good one if you ain't seen it yet, and I'm advising you to peep it if you didn't. And look, for real, I'm not even a huge concert or rap concert person. I mean, even though I consider myself a hip hop head, I don't always like to go to rap concerts because, you don't always hear them that well, and, and it'd be like 18 other people on. You heard words. You could hear it clearly. It was very well done. It was very, look, you just need, this one right here.
This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Right here, this shit, nigga. This shit here, nigga.
You just need to cop that. Quit playing. What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to The Black Man Show, a place where we can dissect the news with a little bit of 7 cents. So smash that like button like it's your high school crush who still got it. What's good, Carla? And look, I've got lofty goals, but they are goals nonetheless. I am looking to get to 2,500 subs. Now, I know that I'm barely at 450, and I thank you very much for helping me to get this far. But I'm dreaming big.
Bitch, you think it's small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to be thinking big, bitch. Think big, bitch.
So if you're feeling what I'm doing over here, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tell your peeps about me. But without further ado, let us continue. Now, we've seen all kinds of stories out there on the internet with people going viral for all of the wrong reasons, right? I mean, we got people like Sukihana, right? You've seen her ignorant antics and all the stuff that she's done to go viral. Having the breasts out. You know what I'm saying? The content that just she raps about in general. Her time when she was in the UK talking about getting her coochie stretched, scratched, whatever she was. See, the accent was so crazy. But apparently, in a recent interview that she did in the barbershop, she revealed that one of her most viral moments, and a lot of these others that she's done to this point, is all staged. It's all part of a plan that she was just hatching up to indeed go viral. So the whole thing of her not knowing the difference between magician and musician.
I didn't know that about you.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said. No, I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby, I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think.
That was just to let the algorithm, be good to her and do its thing, baby. That's all it was. It was all an act. And then you had the leak of rap artist Sexy Red's sex tape that led to an increase in popularity for a brief moment and a certain and sudden increase in her spins, while the quality is still to be qualified. Then we got the 2019 sickness and the massive shift in the wealth that took place during that time, with 1,500 CEOs quitting, herbologists dying suddenly, and all of that would stay. And that brings me to Lilly Gaddis, trad wife, looking to break into the news pundit scene apparently, with her racist rants recently fueling the way.
Everybody I know who's married right now, they're married to broke ass niggas. And they don't care. We don't give a fuck about your money. I couldn't care less about your fucking money, okay?
And see, here's the thing. I can't help but to think that this is staged as well, right? I mean, because look, when you really think about it, when you really break it down, she sounds awkward. She sounds like she don't even know what she's saying. Like somebody who's never really talked like this before. I mean, look, she looked like somebody who's trying to, play the role for the first time, and she didn't rehearse her lines 1,000 times. she ain't go through them or something like that, because it seemed like old girl just didn't sound believable, to be quite honest. She sounded stupid, but she didn't sound believable in her faux angst or rage or whatever. Now remember, she's claiming to be a trad wife, which is short for traditional wife, which to date usually encompasses, a 2024 woman TikToking her life while wearing 1950s regalia and claiming to make everything from scratch apparently, while they stay at home tending to the house and children, while their traditional husband grinds to bring home the bacon. So you see, with this young lady, she's already fronting because she ain't even married. And she's not smart. I mean, not that that's a prerequisite, but she said that she ain't smart.
I'm retarded. It's not like I'm smart.
And on top of that, she has a job. So how is she traditional in any sort of way? Well, okay, truth be told, she had a job. But see, this is why I think this was staged. And to be quite honest, all part of her plan.
Yeah, well, just cooking or like caring for your family or like cleaning the house is now considered traditional. So I guess these leftists just live in total squalor and starve.
She was recently fired for her rants, which this pundit so eloquently overlooked, while this victim claims how others somehow are profiting on being victims of her bullying. Then when given a chance to make a change in her stance, she chose the Matt Rife route, doubling down on her racist rants. Because let's be honest, what was anybody gonna do for real? Now, while I cannot confirm nor deny who may have made what off of which content, I can say it seems like she's angling to make a little bit of bread off this virality, and it's possible that we have played a hand to her rise. And that brings up tonight's question. What are the tenets of conservatism? I mean, This woman says that she's clearly one. So let's see what it says. Now, when looking it up on Wikipedia, it says that conservatism is a cultural, social, and political philosophy and ideology which seeks to promote and preserve traditional institutions, customs, and values. In Western culture, depending on a particular nation, conservatives seek to promote and preserve the range of institutions such as the nuclear family, organized religion, the military, the nation state, property rights, rule of law, aristocracy, and monarchy. They tend to favor institutions and practices that enhance social order and historical continuity. Now, here's my next question. Why is it that when the mayonnaise people do conservatism, it seems to look like racism? I'm just asking, why is that? Seriously. Now, I'm not asking your political affiliation, but what I want to know is, what are your thoughts on the political landscape just as a whole? And then I want to know, are racial epithets the fast track to punditry? Because like, and then like for real, like to my people, like, why don't we see the trap? Why don't we see the trap? Because today's racists are much more savvy, y'all. I mean, let's be honest. They ain't trying to risk a life of selling bedpans and catheters for the rest of their lives. They want that pizzazz. So they ain't got no problem being labeled as a racist or anything like that, as long as they find or think that they found a collective of people who also are going to echo those same sentiments. So if they think they found their amen corner, they gonna keep on preaching to that choir. Now, what I mean is, look, this girl only recently was hired as a marketing and sales manager for a home health care company for the elderly and disabled in Wilmington, North Carolina. Think about that.
So is it fair to say that you've never gone viral before? You've never had the amount of following or attention that you have now?
Yeah, I would say so. This is kind of a big deal.
Young lady working in sales in nowhere, North Carolina. No offense to people in Wilmington, but Wilmington. Anyway, and you know the people out there, some people out there are doing what people out there do when they're online. And likely, like most people who do those things, they're still unwilling to do those things in anybody's face or in any place that doesn't involve a camera. And that's my point. At day's end, this is a performance. And as she said, we were the ones. I mean, not me, because I only just heard about this girl. But most of us who get easily triggered when we see white women wearing box braids while we're wearing wigs of Indian hair. Those of us who wait for keywords to get triggered without looking at the tactics being used or what direction those aims may be going. You know, those of us who fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
We're the first team. Yeah, we're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this. Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe. See, that's more natural for us. You've been hanging out with this dude too long.
I'm just saying, and that it was those of us who immediately acted to get her source of income ended. And you know what? In earlier instances, I be right with you. But we looking at somebody working in sales, baby, for a retirement home. This lady was already in hell, and we just released her. So I'm not saying that she gonna blow up, because I think the role of the airhead pundit is already taken, and she ain't got enough bread to handle that nose. Now look, she said that. She talked about her own nose. I'm just echoing her own sentiment. But to that end, I doubt that she will actually go far when all that she has said, when she has the opportunity to speak. Unencumbered is the word stupid a lot, and then claim how she'll be taken out of context, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the language of the victim. You know, talking about, oh, they're coming for me. They're coming for me, folks. I mean, isn't that what they always say? Oh, woe is me. I can't believe it. I'm getting attacked. I don't know why. What have I done to cause the people to do such a thing? Please, someone come to my aid. My GoFundMe will be set up in just a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do that sort of stuff all the damn time. And when you listen to what she got to say, she got all these baseless statements. And all that means is she's just saying shit. She's just talking. She's just running them out. She's just throwing out keywords and trying to see what hits. Now, although I've said it and she said it already, she's not smart. And she doesn't believe that we need intelligence to speak up. Now, I can agree in some instances. I'm not a smart man, but hey, girl, your hair's on fire. You may want to put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I think we can all agree with that. We can fly with somebody like that. But if you're sitting there saying, I don't have a high IQ, but I think I'm qualified to discuss America's racial climate while gaslighting the very people who acted, however hastily, to get you fired for doing the very thing you're saying doesn't exist, sounds kind of weird. Plus, as previously stated, I'm sure the conservative media outlets are full of yes lady, no nothings already. So why are we talking about her? I mean, to be quite honest, it's not really about her per se. I mean, but we are talking about her because she represents a new mindset that we're seeing more often. And that's that, you know, there's no such thing as bad publicity sort of mindset. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You could lie about abuse, go viral, claim victimhood while you were actually the bully the whole time and still financially benefit. You could stage a date where you refuse to go to a particular eating establishment and suddenly get people having discussions and making lists of where they will and won't go for a date, creating a divide among men and women, when in days in, you're still alone. And you could piss off an entire people with a single word when you know that person wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight in real life, and go from there to doing conservative media rounds. And I think that's where we have to do better. Now, I'm not saying that we didn't do the right thing in calling her employer, you know, just calling somebody. But we know that people like her will just set up a GoFundMe in a heartbeat for unfair firing, go well above that amount and ball out while talking shit the entire time. And that's kind of like what she's doing already. And my point here is, if we're the ones who made the call, then we probably should have thought twice. Again, she was working in sales for a retirement home in nowhere, North Carolina. She was hoping to go viral, and we possibly fed into her trap. So what sort of recourse do we have for those of us without a nation's army to fight for us when we have been offended as a people? Should we be so sensitive that we have to act every time we hear the N-word? Ain't that what they expecting, though? I mean, and I'm not saying to take some sort of verbal lashing just to be the better person all the damn time, but I know that it's of true benefit to know when and where to actually stage a fight, and to think further down the road than right now, because right now can win you a battle and lose you a war. And don't get me wrong, but we're in the outrage era where people are outraged or doing outrageous stuff. Apologies to those who felt I was cussing too much last week. Bad 7. I'll do better. But they're doing outrageous stuff and being rewarded for it. Now, we have these narratives being created and discussed that, as my wife says a lot of times, and in this case, I definitely believe her, wouldn't catch any attention if we didn't pay it any. So, again, this is kind of on us. And if we're paying attention to shit like that, sorry, what are we losing sight of? I mean, and sure, I get it. We can focus on multiple things at once, but if we're always looking to be offended as a people, doesn't that always put us on the defense? And if we're always on defense, how do we score? Now, don't get me wrong. This chick is trash. Don't worry about who she is. She ain't she ain't got a single argument that has any defensible merit. She speaks with the temerity of somebody who watches TV and says, why not? I can do it too. You know she wouldn't carry her happy ass over to Charlotte or Fayetteville talking that N-word stuff at insert melanated person's face here. So you know she's hoping to benefit from the safety of being inside of a building talking ish to a camera. I'm just saying, it's wild when some of these people go outside, though. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. And I believe it will do us of great benefit if we stop giving certain people attention for what they say and begin focusing on what they actually do. You know, sticks and stones, something, right? But that's why I'm gonna leave this one. What do you think of some strategies that we can practice to keep us from being so damn sensitive? How do you think we can keep from overreacting when we know that's what they looking for? How do we win when they choose to offend? I look forward to your beautiful comments below. So don't forget to cruise by our merch shop at theblackmanshow.com for some exclusive gear. You can also catch me on all social platforms that show The Black Man, or join the conversation in our Facebook group or page, both named The Black Man Show. Now, if you feeling what I'm giving, help your boy keep it in the building with the HBO special. Yep, that's right. Help your brother out. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe, and spread this word by sharing this with your friends. Want to drop me a line directly? Shoot me an email at tbs@theblackmanshow.com. Now we will see you on the next one. Be good to each other. Until then, peace. And I'm out.